We've got more live photos of the HUAWEI P40 Pro, and I'll be sharing all the details right after this. If you're new here and want to stay up to date with the latest tech, please hit subscribe followed by the bell. So it's been a week or so without any leaks on the upcoming HUAWEI P40 Pro, and we've now got a stunning live photo, some new protective case leaks, and great news that we could actually be seeing a price drop on the P40 Pro. If we start with the latest case leaks, we've got a leak case for both the HUAWEI P40 and the P40 Pro. They confirm what we already knew, that both models are going to come with a rectangular camera housing on the rear. We can see that the HUAWEI P40 case is smaller than the P40 Pro, and although the camera cutouts don't look to be too different, we know the P40 is going to have a triple camera setup, and with the P40 Pro we're expecting more. Next up, we've got a live photo of the HUAWEI P40 Pro, and it looks stunning. We were of course expecting the P40 Pro to have physical buttons, but this new live photo says otherwise. We've got a waterfall style display and some very steep curves on both edges, and of course the punch hole selfie camera in the top left. While the phone looks incredible, it was posted anonymously without the source of the leak, so I would be very skeptical for now. To me it looks like it could just be a photoshopped Mate 30 Pro, but given all the pixelation in the image, it is very hard to tell. We've also got great news when it comes to pricing on both the P40 and the P40 Pro. The predecessor was a huge success in multiple markets thanks to its great value and incredible photography, and it seems that HUAWEI are going to be trying to incentivize purchases of the P40 and the P40 Pro by making the device cheaper. Of course, the HUAWEI P40 Pro is going to be their first international release without any Google services, and this is something that's going to put many people off, so they need to show their users that it's going to be okay. While Google services have become an accepted part of Android, they aren't necessarily required. We've got so many third-party applications that provide the same functions, so as long as HUAWEI's mobile suite does a great job, then it's going to be fine. Rodent950 has taken to Twitter and advised that the HUAWEI P40 range is going to be between $519 to $951 dependent on model and variant. For those that missed it, we previously had live photos of the HUAWEI P40 Pro, and while it does look a little bit pixelated, it falls in line with the photo I showed you earlier. The photos appeared on Weibo and they show us the front as well as the back of the phone. Now these photos were provided by Digital Chat, who has since deleted the images, but of course we still have them. While it does look like it could be the P40 Pro, again it could be another device entirely, or again it could be a Photoshop. But we can see a dual punch hole camera in the top left with a very curved display. We've also had photo renders as well as more cinematic ones of the P40 Pro from popular concept artist Waka Khan, and the P40 looks incredible. There are leaks suggesting we're going to get a HUAWEI P40 Pro Premium Edition, a HUAWEI P40 Pro, a HUAWEI P40 and a HUAWEI P40 Lite. The HUAWEI P40 Premium Edition and the P40 Pro are similar in design, but the Premium Edition has an extra camera on the rear. Considering we've got so much information now, I'm going to run through the specs of all of the models to help you guys decide which is best for you. We'll start with the HUAWEI P40 Pro Premium Edition, the most expensive version. With the HUAWEI P40 Pro Premium Edition, we're getting a 6.7-inch full-screen curved OLED display. The display is going to be a Quad HD Plus resolution of 1440 by 3120, and this gives us 550 pixels per inch. As you can see, we've got the dual punch hole camera in the top left. The display is going to be curved on all four edges, and while there has been no mention of refresh rates, we're expecting HUAWEI to provide a 90 or even a 120Hz display. The P40 Pro Premium Edition is coming equipped with an in-display fingerprint scanner, and it's going to be using Gorilla Glass 6 protection. Rumours are stating that the punch hole camera in the display is going to house a 40 megapixel camera along with a 3D time of flight depth sensor. If we take a look at the rear of the P40 Premium Edition, we can see it actually contains 5 cameras in a rectangular housing. The HUAWEI P40 Pro Premium Edition is rumoured to be housing a 52 megapixel primary sensor, plus an 8 megapixel plus a 16. We've got no details of lenses, but we know there is going to be a periscope lens to provide an incredible 10 times optical zoom. And of course, we're likely to see an ultra wide angle lens somewhere inside the housing. The HUAWEI P40 Pro Premium Edition is of course powered by the Kirin 990 system on chip, and this is coupled with up to 512GB storage and 12GB of DDR5 RAM. It's all going to be powered by a 4700 mAh battery with 45W fast charging using wired, and apparently an incredible 25W fast wireless charging. It's of course going to be running Android 10 in the form of EMUI 10, and it will also be 5G compatible. Next up, we've got the HUAWEI P40 Pro. With the HUAWEI P40 Pro, we get a 6.5-inch curved display. It will of course have an OLED display with a Quad HD Plus resolution of 1440 by 3120 and a 120Hz refresh rate. It's reportedly going to have a screen-to-body ratio of 98%, and we get a pill-shaped dual punch hole for the selfie cameras. It's reportedly going to have an ultra-wide angle and a 3D time-of-flight camera within this pill-shaped punch hole. The HUAWEI P40 Pro is going to have an in-display fingerprint scanner, and it will of course be protected by Gorilla Glass 6. When it comes to the rear of the HUAWEI P40 Pro, we get a quad camera setup in the rectangular housing. Reports are suggesting that the primary camera is going to be using a 52 megapixel camera that also uses pixel binning technology to produce 13 megapixel photos in low light conditions. We're also expecting a 20 megapixel ultra wide, a 12 megapixel periscope, and finally a 3D time of flight depth sensor. The phone's going to be powered by the latest Kirin 990 system on chip, which of course is 5G compatible. Reports are suggesting a choice of 10 or 12 gigs of RAM with 128, 256 or 512 storage. It's no doubt going to be UFS 3, and there will of course be expandable storage via Huawei's Nano card. There were initially rumours of graphene batteries being used in the HUAWEI P40 Pro, but Huawei themselves have already confirmed it's not going to happen. We're expecting the P40 Pro to be around 4500 mAh, and we're hoping for the 45W fast charge using wires and 25W wireless charging. It's again going to be running Android 10 in the form of EMUI 10. Finally, we've got the standard HUAWEI P40. While we normally get a P40 and a P40 Lite, I'm assuming that it may not be the case this year. We haven't had any confirmations just yet, but considering Huawei have added a P40 Pro Premium Edition, then the standard P40 could possibly be the lowest variant. One thing we do know, however, is that the standard P40 is going to have a flat screen unlike the other two models. We also have news that it's only going to have 3 cameras on the rear, and according to some leakers, it won't have the periscope lens or the time of flight sensor. One thing we can be certain of, however, is that it's going to be smaller and offering lower RAM and storage configurations than both the premium models. The Huawei CEO has also confirmed that the phone will be running Huawei's mobile services, which means it's not going to be coming bundled with Google Apps. Now this may be a problem for some, but they're no doubt going to provide a reasonable suite of third-party apps that we need. There are already plenty of third-party app stores, mail applications and YouTube apps, so I can't see this being too much of an issue. And there are also ways to get Google services on a Huawei phone anyway. Now the predecessors launched in March, so we can no doubt expect the HUAWEI P40 range to be March 2020. When it comes to pricing, we haven't had any leaks just yet, but we can expect them to be slightly cheaper than the previous models. Of course, we had vague information on pricing at the start, but they haven't actually specified between each model, but as soon as they do, I will be sharing that with you guys. Of course, as any solid information comes to light, I'm going to be sharing that with you guys straight away, but as always, I'd like to know your thoughts in the comments. Who out there is waiting for the HUAWEI P40, and what are you waiting for, the HUAWEI P40 Premium Edition, the P40 Pro or the standard P40? But thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, smash a thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down twice, and I'll see you guys in the next one.